So good evening guys, welcome to NEET World Institute and NEET World YouTube channel. So in this class we are going to start with the lesson of force, that is class 10th. Okay, so basic idea of force we know from the previous classes, like either we'll say it is push or pull. So in class 10th, like we are going to concentrate detailed explanation what is force and where we are going to use and what are the things are related to the term force, everything we'll see. So let's go into the lesson, and I guess people are joining over here. Let's wait for 1 minute and then we'll start with the classes, right? And the people who were present in the offline batches know, then you can say what are the terms are related to force and how like any examples of force in day to day life, everything you can say. Okay, till that we'll wait. Yeah, you can start. Right, can we start with the class? Yes, like either we will say it's either push or pull. Okay, yeah, like when you are opening the door, like you are opening, right, you are pulling it, right? Like either we can pull or push, depends upon the things what they have mentioned there. Okay, yes, obviously they will mention, yeah, if you notice there, like in some shops they will mention like push, pull, right? So pull in the sense like we will apply the force towards us, push in the sense we will apply the force away from us, right? Yes, away, towards, yeah, correct, yeah, good. So we will talk about the force. So moment of force and equilibrium, right? These are the topics we will see, like translation motion, rotational motion, then turning effect of force. Turning effect of force is nothing but like you are opening the door, so you are applying the force. What happens there? Like the object is not going either front or back side, like towards you, right? So it is turning, right? Like when you are applying the force on the door, it will open, like it will turn, or opening like this, it will turn, right? So that one we are going to concentrate, right? Yes. So turning effect of force, then moment of force and torque, factor affecting the turning effect, like how the factors are affecting the turning effect. Like turning effect in the sense we were discussing about this one, right? The turning effect of force, how this turning effect, like what are the factors are affecting this turning effect. Okay, yes, if you see here the door is there. Whenever you have noticed why they kept the handle of the door away from the hinges, like the fixed points, any idea? The people who were present in the offline batches, any idea like why they kept the handle? If this is the door attached to the wall, they will keep the handle in this, the other side of the thing, right? No, other side of the attached part they would have kept, right? Yes, because like if you have noticed, if you apply the force in the attached side of the door, like we need to apply more force to open the door. But when the opposite side, the other side of the door, if we apply the force, it will open easily. Once if you are going to the home, you can try it. Okay, you can try the turning effect. Okay, that the best example is door. The best example is door, we will say. Okay, so what are the factors affecting that we will see, and perpendicular distances, SI unit, CGS unit, maximum turning effect, then clockwise, anti-clockwise, rotational, then direction of momentum. So these are the topics we are going to cover for the upcoming classes. Okay, so let's go into the topic force. So force is nothing but we will say either it's push or either pull, right. So which change the state of a rest, state of object in rest or motion, right. So like a force is a push or a pull which can change the state of a rest or motion of a body, change its shape also, right. Suppose a person is running towards you, you are applying a force like this, a person stops suddenly and a person standing, okay, what he is doing, like he is watching something, and you are applying a force and pushing him, like he starts moving towards that, right. So what happens here, like motion and rest, these two topics are interrelated topics. So motion is nothing but when object changes its position with respect to time, rest is nothing but when object doesn't change its position with respect to time, right. Let me give a clear explanation on the wordings here, motion and rest. So motion, so when an object changes its position with respect to time, right. Excuse me. Rest is nothing but when an object doesn't change its position with respect to time, right. You can copy down this one, guys, like, yeah. So this is the a basic idea about what is motion and what is rest, and note point is like motion and rest both are interrelated terms, okay, both are interrelated terms. We will say like we are comparing the object with other object, right, then only I can say that whether the object is in motion or rest, right. Suppose the example is, let me take a person A, B and C. So person A and B are sitting inside a bus and bus is moving, like bus is in motion, will keep bus is in motion, and a person C is outside and is on the ground, so he is in rest, okay. So these persons are sitting inside the bus and they are in moving bus, okay, bus is in motion. When person C watches A or B, he thinks that those guys are going in a bus and the bus is moving. So I can say that according to C, A and B are in motion, but when A watches B or B watches A, when bus is moving, okay, when bus is moving, A watches B or B watches A, did their position changes there? No, right? Did their position changes? No. Here, like in the motion also, those two guys' position doesn't change. Then I can say that according to B, A is in rest, according to A, B is in rest, right. But according to C, A and B are in motion because they are going in a moving bus and the bus is changing its position with respect to time there, right. So here the reference frame plays a major role, the important role here. Reference frame in the sense we are talking about bus and we are talking about the ground. The reference frame I am talking, okay, reference frame in the sense with respect to other object, with respect to the other things we are talking here, right? So done. Okay. So motion and rest are interrelated terms I told, and reference frame. Right. So this is the basic idea about rest and motion. Now we'll go for the things here. So effect of force. Effect of force, if you see, it can start or stop a body. How, sir? How it can start or how can it stop the body? అంటే లైక్ ఒక ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేస్తే ఒక పర్సన్ మీద ఒక కూర్చున్నాడు ఒక పర్సన్, ఓకేనా, ఒక పర్సన్ కూర్చున్నాడు ఇక్కడ. ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేస్తాం వన్ మీద, ఓకే. వాట్ హ్యాపన్స్ దేర్? లైక్ ఈ స్టార్ట్స్ మూవింగ్, రైట్? It changes its position. Like initially he is in the corner of this bench and you are pushing the person. So what happens? He will fall down, right? Am I right? So he is changing its position there. From initially he was in the bench and he went down because of applying the force. What happens? It can start or stop. So the stop, we have got it. Now, as I told initially, right? A person is running towards you. You are applying a force suddenly. What happens? He stops, right? He stops. So I can say that it can start or stop a body. First, okay. Second point, it can change speed or direction of a body. How, sir? How it can change our speed? I mean direction of a body. How it can change the speed or direction of a body? Right? Speed. ఇప్పుడు ఒక పర్సన్ చాలా ఫోర్స్గా like is coming towards you, right? Like with some speed we can say 10 meter per second or 10 kilometer per second is coming towards you. You are applying force and he didn't stop, but the velocity or speed has been reduced there, right? Suppose a small kid learning to bicycle, right? No, is learning the cycle, learning the bicycles, right? Suddenly like he pedal fast. So what happens? It will move fast, right? It will move fast. So what you are doing? You are applying some force, you are pulling. In that case the speed has been reduced. Speed has been reduced. One thing, speed changes, fine. Next thing, how the direction changes? How direction changes? Any example? A Bahubali example, so adanta okay, it's good example. Yes, ఒక బుల్లెట్ వస్తున్నది సార్, ఒక ఏరో వస్తుంది సార్, సడన్గా ఒక షీల్డ్ పెట్టాను, కెప్టెన్ అమెరికా కదా, ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? సో లైక్ ఇట్ డిఫ్లెక్టెడ్, it changes its direction. Wow, good example. It's a good example, good thinking. Okay, so no mistakes in that. Fine, it's good thinking. Okay, yes, obviously that's a kind of example we can say. Okay, like the deflecting the object, it went into the other direction. Okay, fine. So it can change the shape or size of a body. Change the shape or size of a body. So any example, day-to-day life example you can say here, like how forces will change the shape or size of a body. Yes, yeah. So how it changes? Okay, so you are applying force. Okay, so you are telling that like balloon, sir, balloon, so balloon is falling, so you are applied force like this. So the shape of the balloon has been changed. Okay, good example, fine. Yes, so the shape of a balloon has been changed. Obviously the size also changes, no, there. Yes, so thing is, effect of force, it can start or stop a body. then it can change the speed or direction of a body, then it can change the shape or size of a body. 3 things. Okay, you can note these points like either push or a pull, right, and change the shape of a body. So how the forces are makes effects on a bodies. Okay, these are the things. So if you see here, force is measured in Newton. Okay, this is a big one, SI unit we will say, SI unit. So how we will measure the force in Newton? How, sir? F is equals to, like force equals to, like force in the sense it's a vector thing, right? So F is equals to 3 Newton, F is equals to 3 Newton, or F is equals to 100 Newton, or F is equals to 101 Newton, right? Good. So force is push, pull, change in motion, change in shape, etc. Okay. Force can push an object, force can pull an object, a force can change the speed or direction of a body, and a force can change the shape and size of a body. Okay. So remember, force is a fundamental concept in physics that explains how the object interact and how their motion or shape can changes. Okay, this is the important thing. So I hope the people are watching. Yeah. Okay, we'll go for the next one. Yeah. So here we have given some examples like push a door, push a box, push a trolley, right? So then pulling a drawer, pulling a rope, pulling a bucket using a rope from the well, right? So examples of push and pull. Okay, you can take a note of this. Okay, these are the examples of push and pull. The force. Okay, and a force is a push or a pull on a body, like the previous slide I have not given for writing, right? Like I have given an explanation. You can make a note from this point. Okay, so introduction to forces. So what is force is nothing but, definition is a force is push or a pull of a body acting on a body. So force can produce different effect depending on magnitude of force, direction of force, point of application of force, and nature of a body. So what's the point of application of force, what is direction of force, magnitude of force, and nature of the force, nature of the body? Sir, if you see here, magnitude, direction, like direction, if you see push is nothing but which direction you are applying the force, away from you, like you are pushing the object like this, right? You are pushing the object. Pull in the sense you are getting the object towards you, right? See here, you are getting the object towards you, you are getting the object towards you. Here you are pushing the object, like you are pushing the object away from you. Okay, the object is going away from you, object is coming towards you. The directions, right? So here if you see a contact force, non-contact force, 2 types are there, okay, as of now. So when you are going for the upcoming classes, like class 11th, we will discuss about electromagnetic force, nuclear force, etc. Okay. So here we will talk about what is contact force and non-contact force. So contact అంటే ఏంటి, like ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇంకొక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ తెచ్చేటప్పుడు ఇది కాంటాక్ట్ చెప్తాం. నాన్ కాంటాక్ట్ అంటే లైక్ there is no connection between the 2 objects, right? So that is contact force and non-contact force, right? That is the meaning, right? I hope the audio is clear, right? Audio is clear. Okay. So a contact force example, if you see push, pull. Okay. ఇక్కడ నాన్ కాంటాక్ట్ ఫోర్స్ అంటే ఒక్కసారి న్యూటన్ ఒక యాపిల్ ట్రీ కింద కూర్చునేటప్పుడు యాపిల్ వచ్చి న్యూటన్ మీద పడింది. ఫ్రమ్ దట్ పాయింట్ physics has been established too much, right? So most of the guys are having this అంటే పగ పెట్టుకుంటారు సార్ అట్లా అని చెప్తారు కదా. సో యూ గైస్ ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ that much angry on Newton, right? Like why Newton have written this much big book for physics, but actually physics is the important thing in life. Without physics, no, there is no life, we'll say. Okay, So non-contact force like gravitational force. Gravitational force ante enti sir, like because of the gravity, okay, the force has been acting. So like if you see here example, like gravitational force, like an apple falling from a tree on Newton's head right, on Newton's head. So force that acts when two bodies are in physical contact, a force that acts without any physical contact. So here no physical contact, here the physical contact is there, okay, that is the point here, okay. So force is a vector quantity as I told in the previous slide. So force is a vector quantity and it has both magnitude as well as direction, right. You can take a note of this. We can go for the next one. Done. So yes, like you can make any examples for gravitation, like if you are leaving the object, simply you are leaving the object, but after leaving the object is falling down, like no one have applied force on the object, just you left the object. So leaving the object is like a kind of you are holding the apple like this in a tree and the branches lift the apple like this. So that apple is traveling towards down, right. So traveling towards down. So similarly, like you are holding a pen on top, like you are standing top of a building, you are just leaving that pen, okay. What happens there? The pen goes down. You are applying any forces? No, right. You are not applying any force on them, but if you just leave that pen, it is going down. So who is helping there to take the pen towards ground? Yes, that is gravitational force. Due to gravity, like the gravity is helping me, helping the pen to take the pen to the ground level, okay. That gravity is helping this apple to fall on the Newton's head, right. Yes. ఏం సార్ కొన్ని మూవీస్లో చూపిస్తారు కదా, లైక్ సడన్గా వెన్ ద హెడ్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ అండ్ హిట్టింగ్ ది వాల్, ఈ సడన్లీ గెట్స్ ది ఏంటది జ్ఞానోదయం చెప్తారు కదా. ఎస్, అండ్ అగైన్ ఇఫ్ ఈ సడన్లీ గోయింగ్ అండ్ హిట్టింగ్ ది వాల్ అగైన్ అండ్ ఈ ఫర్గెట్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. సో సేమ్ లైక్ న్యూటన్స్ గాట్ దట్ జ్ఞానోదయం. Okay, can we go for the next one? I hope you have completed taking notes. Yes. So some more examples here, like a ball is at rest, football is at rest. So initially when we are starting the match of the FIFA, no, like we have recently completed the FIFA, like who have won this FIFA? Yes, Spain. Like whom they again, like with whom they have won? Yes, against Argentina, right. So what happens there, like initially they will keep the ball in the center of the ground and referee starts the whistle. So that time they are going to kick the ball. So initially ball is at rest, and then after kicking the ball with a force, a ball changes its position from rest to motion, right. So kick sets a stationary ball into motion. So kicking the means nothing but like you are applying the force on the object, right. You are applying the force on the object there. Next, a state of a motion of a body. Suppose like a car is going, okay. So what you are doing, like you are like a small car, a toy car, like kids are playing, no, the toy car, like you are applying more force on them, again it will go fast. When a car is going fast, you are applying a force, it will go slow, right. So applying acceleration to the body, applying the brake to the body, the day-to-day conditions, like the real application of the life in the vehicles. Like if you are applying the acceleration, no, a body will start accelerate, it will start going fast. When you are applying the brake, what happens? It will reduce the speed, right? So a force can speed up, slow down, or stop down a moving body. Okay, a next example, a direction changes. So direction changing in the sense like a force can change a direction of a moving body. A deflecting, as you told, right? A Bahubali cinema la deflect ayindi kada arrows, sir. Yes. You told some example. That cow when like coming and hitting the person. Yeah, Prabhas pulled the cow like this. So changing the direction, that one you are saying. Yes, we have applied the force and the cow has been changed the direction. Okay, fine. So shape or size of a body. You know this sponge. Like you know the stress ball. Like the ball, like initially it will be in the sphere shape. When you are applying the force on the ball, what happens there? Like it changes its shapes, right? So like one more thing, like if you have noticed, when we are washing the vessels, no, like some sponges are there, no, even that also if you apply the force on that, it will change its change its shape. So like that's one of the example. Force can change the shape or size of a body. Okay, so rotational state of a body, like force can start or stop, change the rotation of a body. Okay, so these are the basic idea of the given examples. Like I have given a pictorial example here. Okay, next one, here also I have given. So change direction, best example sir you have given. So changing the direction, even sir manam football undi kada, like if I want to put a goal, right, what happens? Like yeah, you have seen this one of the famous goal of Ronaldo, like bicycle ke car, he have yes, like he have done a heading when he was in Juventus. Like yes or no? When I was in Juventus, like he was doing a heading, like he jumped almost what I don't know like exact feet, but almost height of the person, and he have changed the shape of the force. I mean like change the direction of the force, right? A ball is coming towards him, and while hitting the ball, it changed the direction of the ball and the ball went to the goal post, right? Yes. So like the same thing, like if you talk about the cricket, no, a bowler is bowling a ball, what you are doing, like you are applying a force like this for the boundary. What happens there? So you are not hitting the ball directly in the straight towards the bowler, like you are changing the directions, right? Yes. So change the speed, like you are taking the trolley, and rotational, as I told, the door. This one you can try in your home. Okay, once you are going to home, you can try this one, sir. Like ela ante, like in the attached side, if you apply force, the same force you apply in the non-attached side. So which one will open fast, you see? Okay, that is the try. You must try in home. Okay, and let me know, okay, in the next class. The next topic is types of motion produced by force. What are the types, sir? How we are like classifying it as a type? Yes. So a rigid body acted upon by a force can have two important kinds of motion. What is that? Is one is linear or translational motion, will say. The other one is rotational motion, will say. So what is linear, sir? Linear ante a straight line. Okay na? Sir, no one is watching. Just people are in the offline classes, ma. Yes. Okay. So if you see the examples like pushing a ball along the floor, like here, no, like if you take like pushing the ball, if you leave, box you can take. So what happens here? Yeah, the best example is box. Okay, leave about the ball. Okay, like you are taking the box, you are pushing the box. What happens there? Like the box is moving, right? But when you are talking about the ball, so ball rotates here. Okay, like you can cancel this the ball and you can make this as a box. Okay, so what happened here? A ball is rotating, our wheel is rotating. The body rotates about a fixed point. Which is fixed point? The center point is fixed, right? Center point is fixed. So on a fixed axis, we'll say. So force can make a body move in straight line or rotate about an axis, right? So this is the type of force we are going to discuss, right? So one is linear or translation, we'll say, and one is rotational motion, we'll say. Okay, you can copy down this one. So next one is we will talk about the detailed concept of the translational motion or linear motion. Okay, so linear motion means like object going in a straight line. Okay, suppose a force act through a center of a body. Center of a body means like if I talk about the box, what is the center of the box? We'll say, where we'll say middle, right? Like you are applying a force. What happens there? What happens? You are applying a force on an object.
Object moves
in the direction of
force.
in the direction of the force. Yes, force applied. Yes, the force tends to move the entire body in the direction of the force. Okay, that's the thing. So therefore, you are applying the force. The change in position takes place, and that change in position is nothing but the translation motion, we'll say. Okay. Done? Yeah. So example, like if a force is applied to a box through its center, what happens? Like it changes its position, right? Changing its position. So the box tends to move forward, and this is the important thing. Like the box is moving in the direction of the force where we have, like in which direction we have applied. Okay. So this is the basic idea about the translation motion. So the next one is examples we'll see, like how the translation motion takes place. So when a force acts on a stationary rigid body, what is the meaning of rigid body? Like it doesn't change the shape of a body and causes a body to move along the straight path in the direction of the force where we have applied. Okay. So that one we will talk about as a linear or translational motion, we'll say. So that's the thing. Object is initially at rest. When you are applying the force in the direction of the force, the object is moving, and we'll say that object is in motion. Okay, body starts moving, so body moves in the direction of the force and in the straight line. Okay, so in short, force causes a stationary rigid body to move in a straight line in the same direction as the force has been applied. Okay. So, here it does not rotate, the body is not rotating. So, no rotational, only straight line motion. Okay. Now, you can copy down this one, the definition as well as the examples. Done? Okay. So, the next one is examples we will see. So, car moving on a straight road. So, force from the engine makes a car, like which one? Yes, the force from the engine, you are applying the acceleration, and from the engine the force has been applied and the car is moving in a straight direction. Okay. A box is being pushed across the floor. Who is pushing the box? A person is pushing the box. Okay. And lift is moving vertically upward or downwards because of the, yes, like the force from the motor makes the lift moves up or down, we will say, and the train moving on a straight track. So, force from the engine makes the train to move in a forward direction in a straight line, and a ball is rolling forward, considering it like overall forward movement, only forward movement we are considering here. Like sometimes they will ask a question like a ball is in the air and it is going in a straight line, it is not rotating. Okay. Here they have mentioned here, considering it overall a forward movement, which means only translational movement we are considering, only straight line. Okay. So, the force applied to a ball makes it roll forward from one place to other place. Okay. Keep remember this one. Okay. This important point. Sometimes if they mention like this only we are talking about the straight line. If they have not mentioned, obviously this example comes under the rotational part. Okay. So, all examples, the force is the major thing which causes the object goes from one point to the other point. Yes, that force is helping the body starting from rest and it is going in a motion. Okay. So, with this examples I am concluding today's class, and from the next class, in the next class we are going to talk about the rotational motion and the examples and the continuation of this part. Okay. So, thank you guys, thank you for watching NEET World YouTube channel, and thank you guys, bye.